Hello everyone, my name's Cliff and welcome back to my channel. This is Cliff's Dark Gems. Today is my first year anniversary for my channel and I'm going to be doing the Booktube anniversary tag. Stay tuned. Okay everyone, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and are having a good Boxing Day. For those of you that don't celebrate that, I hope you're having happy holidays. Now, as you can see, I've been spoiled rotten by my wife. This shirt is just spectacular. I don't know how she went about getting it done, but yeah, I'm very happy to own this shirt. Kind of unique, one of a kind. So yeah, awesome shirt. This particular tag was, I don't know who created the tag, but I did see it on Farrah's channel, that's Bookstalgic, and yeah, I just think it's an awesome tag for people celebrating the anniversary, sort of a milestone in their channel life. And so let's get going with it, shall we? Prompt number 1 says, how many years on Booktube are you celebrating? That is 1. It's my channel's first birthday, and to be honest, I hope it's the first of many others. I hope this channel just keeps going. Okay, prompt number 2 says, how have you changed from your first video to now? Right, now the thing is that I feel a lot more relaxed right now. From when I started, I was a lot more self-conscious, in front of the camera. When I started, I felt a lot more wooden. And I just feel a lot more relaxed and myself in what I'm doing. I might not be the most spontaneous person out there. Some people don't really prepare or do anything, they just get on there. But I'm okay and I'm comfortable with where I'm at, and I think that's important as a booktuber, that we all have our own style, we all have our own way of doing things, and as long as you are you and as long as you're comfortable, then that's the most important thing. Okay, prompt number 3 says, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? And what video are you most proud of and why? And sorry, I've just got to interrupt here. There's this dog that's been barking all day and I have to get this video done, so apologies for that. Okay, there's 3 videos that I'm actually going to bring up on the screen. First one is my birthday and a chat with my wife and just talking about her top 10. Why? Well, it's kind of obvious. It was just so awesome being on the channel with my wife who loves horror as well. And surprise surprise, her birthday is coming up very soon in January. So she might make another guest appearance, and it'll be awesome, because we're actually exactly 1 month apart in terms of years and birthday. So yeah. Alright, my second one is my first horror book haul. Now I absolutely love this. I just remember the energy and the enjoyment I got showing all those vintage covers. That was so much fun, and of course I will link that up above as well. So yeah, that's the second one. Now my favorite, and this has always been my favorite video that I've created, was my favorite horror authors. And I think the reason being is because I went into so much detail, so much preparation in order to make that video. Looking up the authors online, finding some interesting things about them, interesting facts. And I know that some of my subscribers and some of my viewers actually said, this is really interesting, it's really cool that you're doing that. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that, and it was just a fun video to make. So that's my first choice. Okay, the fourth prompt is, what is your most popular video? Out of all the videos I've made, and this was a massive surprise to me, and I'll tell you why. It's my top 10 horror novels. And there's nothing wrong with the subject matter. Top 10 is always popular. Top 10 horror, wow. But the biggest surprise is it was the 3rd video that I ever made. And there I was still kind of uncomfortable, the lighting was poor, the sound was kind of all over the place, and I just really absolutely am blown away that that became so popular with over 3,000 views and a lot of likes. So yeah, that's my most popular video, my top 10 horror. Okay, prompt number 5 says, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the past year and how did you overcome that struggle? What's the hardest thing about creating videos for Booktube? So let's first look at the first part. I think the thing that I've struggled with, actually both of them are quite linked. I've struggled with balancing things. Let's look at the first part. Things are so much like how much am I reading? Have I got material for videos? Planning around what I'm reading, how often I'm reading. But it's also supporting other booktubers and watching their videos and watching Booktube newbie tags, and then also the whole idea of creating and then just your life. And managing to balance all that together can sometimes be frustrating. I have got better at it. I haven't solved the problem completely. I still want to spend more time with my wife and our doggy, our child. But I am working on it. I'm trying to come up with some strategies. But yeah, it takes time, it takes effort to be a booktuber, because you have a whole other life out there as well. And as for the second one thing that is the hardest thing about creating videos is just the whole process of editing and the whole process of adding images and adding music and the introduction and the exit and everything. It takes time. And that makes it even more difficult then, because you take so much time creating a video, and then you still have to watch videos, and you have to support other people on Booktube, and you have to find your own life, find your own place, and find your own balance. So yeah. Okay, prompt number 6 says, have you had to deal with negative feedback or comments? How did you handle it? Now, I've been very, very fortunate. I've had very few negative comments, and I've had very little negative feedback. But yeah, I don't mind getting constructive criticism. It can be negative, it can be constructive. And then I can engage with the person, it's no problem. But when it becomes rude and becomes personal, then I simply delete the comment, or if it continues, I block the person. I don't have any time for that on my channel. And I know some people have experienced this a lot more than me. And I think it's kind of sad, because Booktube is about community and about supporting each other. And yeah, you're always going to get people on these social things that haters gotta hate, and it's just sad. So yeah, I've had little problem with it in the past. Okay, prompt number 7 is shout out a huge supporter of your channel. Now, I'm choosing not to do this particular prompt merely because I've got so many supporters who have been with me from day one. People that were there when my Booktube newbie tag and the videos afterwards, and people are still commenting on my videos now, and there's plenty of them. And maybe that's a video for another time where I talk about my longest running supporters. But I'm not going to pick out anyone, that's not really fair. Okay, prompt number 8. What's the best book you read in this past year? Now, I've already spoken about this in my top 10 books of 2023, and that is The Terror by Dan Simmons. I'm not going to say more about that. Check out the video and I will tell you all about The Terror. Long but stunning book. Horrifying, harrowing, but I really love that book. Okay, prompt number 9 says, where do you see your channel in a year's time and what do you hope to have achieved? Really, there's so many things. There's so many things I could talk about here. I just want to keep producing quality content, fresh content, original content. I want to start involving myself more in live streams, maybe join other people. I love that energy. And I also want to maybe bring in more of the bird, mammal, African wildlife thing as well. Maybe one video in addition to all my horror content, not replacing it, but in addition. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I know that I also want to grow, obviously. I want to reach a certain milestone. I mean, that goes without saying. But I don't want to focus on that, because if you focus on it and it comes too slowly, you get negative, and I don't want to be negative. I want to be positive. I want to be loving what I'm doing. I want to keep creating content for all of you out there, and because I love it and I'm passionate about it, not to reach any particular goal. So yeah, that is prompt number 9. Prompt number 10. What was an unexpected surprise of being on YouTube? Now, the biggest surprise that I had is just a sense of community and belonging. I've always heard about how when you get onto like kind of YouTube and so on, that it's a toxic environment, it's people hating on each other the whole time. I have not experienced that. It was such a pleasant surprise from the beginning to be welcomed into the Booktube community. You know, as a horror booktuber, so many people welcoming me, and still just the replies and my comments and the friendships that I've made online has just been awesome, and I hope that continues, and that's one of the reasons that I love being on Booktube. Okay, prompt number 11, thoughts on equipment. What has been the most useful piece of equipment you've bought? Well, for my birthday I've got the ring light, and I can promise you that is incredibly helpful. For anyone starting out, struggling with lighting, I don't think it's overly expensive. I'm not going to ask my wife. It just helps you with your lighting, even on a murky day. I'm not sure about the lighting right now. The only thing distracting me is a damn dog down the road, but that's okay. But the lighting, the ring light was awesome, and I've also got a few other pieces for my Christmas that just blew me away, which might change things. I'm kind of experimenting now with one of them. I'm kind of filming on two different things at once. My normal camera and I don't know what you want to call it, other camera for the laptop. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that is equipment that I've bought or I've been gifted. And finally, what advice would you give to someone starting on Booktube? Now, there's so many things I can say. First of all, just go for it. Go in there and go for it. Be enthusiastic, do what you love, and just do it. But make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't be focused on likes and subscribes and all that stuff. Go in there with the right motivation, that you love books and you want to share your ideas with books with the world. And look after your subscribers. They're your family on Booktube. So really care about the community that you do build. And don't become obsessed with growth too much, because that'll come if you stay positive and you do things like control the controllables. What can you control? You can control your lighting. Maybe to a certain extent you might struggle a bit, but do your best to get the best lighting you've got. Do the best to get the best sound you can get, the best thumbnails. Try and put out the best quality you can possibly put out. Those are things you can control to a certain extent. Things like the YouTube algorithm and likes and subscribes and thumbs up and all that, it's not something you can directly control. Concentrate on controlling what you can control, and then things will fall in place. But I think the most important thing is you need to have fun. You need to be doing it for the right reasons. Why are you here? Why are you doing it? You need to be doing it because you love talking about books. Whether beforehand you were just someone talking to booktubers, now you want to be on camera, that's awesome. Do it because you love books. Okay everyone, that's my anniversary tag. Now there's another thing I want to do as well. If you check on my community section, my channel, I'm doing a Q&A session as well. So I encourage you to go in there and ask me a question, anything you want. And hopefully sometime this week or early next week, I will make a video with everyone's questions and my responses to those questions, so that should be fun. But thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourselves. Take care out there. Keep those pages turning, and cheers.